Hey everyone, I am a little bit under the weather, so I apologize for my voice, but today we're going to do a little bit of an update with some recent products that I bought. I put together a, quote, perfect peach summer look, including Chanel, Charlotte Tilbury, Lisa Eldridge, Dior, Yves Saint Laurent, and all of these are new products, except for the Lisa Eldridge skin tint, which it is, let's face it, not that old. These days, though, everything moves so fast. There's so many new releases that something that just came out a couple months ago is considered old. So, what I have on my face today, and I'll go through the products and whether or not I'm using them, what I'm thinking of them, and if I have a little bit of a different opinion than when I first started using them. The first thing that I put on my face is the Charlotte Tilbury Unreal Skin Sheer Glow Tint. And as you can see, I put it in sort of the highlights of my face, underneath my eyes, into my high cheekbones, in between my eyes, my brow, and on my chin, and then blended it into my skin. And I have to say, I don't see this as a foundation stick. It actually says a hydrating foundation stick. But I do see this as another version of her glow formula. I really think this is her Hollywood Glow. I really like this product. I think it looks beautiful on the skin. I love it in combination with something else like the Lisa Eldridge skin tint, which I put on over it. I think in combination, it looks really good on my skin. I think it gives me a healthy glow. I think if you have dry skin, normal skin, average skin, whatever you want to call it, I think if you have oily skin, this might be a product that you'd want to stay away from just because it has a gleam to it. It has a luminosity to it that you might not be in favor of if your skin, gets that kind of oily look throughout the day. Although I can't really comment because that doesn't happen to me. But I feel like it does have this glow. So if you're not looking for that, then I don't think it's the right product for you. I don't feel comfortable wearing it just by itself. I feel like it's too glowy for me. But I've used it and then just put powder over it, and I think it looks great. So I actually am very glad that I purchased it and will continue to use it. Lisa Eldridge foundation, the skin tint, I absolutely love. I will continue to go on about it. I think it's like the best product of the year. This is in T3. It gives a beautiful finish. It just smooths everything out. It looks flawless. And I, absolutely love it. The blush and highlighter that I have on. So this, and I've used the berry one a couple of times. This is the Jardin Imaginaire from Chanel, Gold and Peach, the blush and highlighter. I've been using the berry and light more often than the peach. I don't like the peach as much because of the gold that's in here. I feel like the light in the berry and light is more flattering to my skin tone. However, I actually like these far more than I did when I first used them. I think a lot of it has to do with taking away that first layer to get the real pigment underneath. They look beautiful on. They give a great finish. They don't accentuate texture. They're really beautiful finishes on both the highlighters and blushes. And I would strongly recommend either one of them depending on, what your preference is or what works better with your skin tone. But both, absolutely gorgeous. Eyeliner that I have on. So Dior. I have all the new Dior, the Plan de Paris. I did a review of the blue one, the Etoile, before they came out. And that one's been up for a while. I'll make sure I link it here. But I haven't reviewed the other shades or the liners or the lipsticks that came with that because DHL is holding my packages hostage, basically. It's a long, complicated story, but I'm trying to get it fixed. But as soon as I do, I will show you those, but by then you will have seen them all. However, I do have one of the lipsticks and I have the new eyeliner, and this is an eyeliner in the shade Pearly Bronze. I have the blue one, but again, it's in a box. Being held in New York. This is a really pretty shade. It is exactly as it's described. It's a pearly bronze. It has a little bit of pink to it. I really do like this shade. It shows up. It's not like it's not there. There were shades that Dior had done before that has similar look to it, but that didn't show up at all. Like they looked like that, but then you put it on your eye and it kind of disappeared. This one actually has some depth to it. It's not super deep. So when you're looking for like a lighter, pearly, a little bit of bronze look, I think this is a really good liner. The liners stay on, they seem to last, they're not, you know, dripping down your face in the humidity. I think these are really good by Dior. I think Dior did a good job with the reformulation of its liners. The lipstick. This is the shade Champ de Roses. Champ? Yeah, I think it's Champ. Champ de Roses 326. This is satin. This is part of the Plan de Paris design. And you can see on the front of the bullet, there we go, the embossing on the lipstick itself. These are refillable. This is a satin. They had some matte shades as well. This is a beautiful shade. It is a peachy rose. Absolutely perfect pinkish neutral. If you're looking for something subdued, elegant, love this shade. I think Dior has actually done a very good job with their lipsticks. I love these lipsticks and I love the Attic lipsticks. You know, love the cases. So if you weren't sure about the shade, it's not too pink. It's like a peachy rose. It's really beautiful. Absolutely excellent. On my eyes is the Saint Laurent 810. This is the one that a little bit more orange. And when I put this on, I kept it a very light application. I started with the creamy beige matte shade to keep that as like the first layer, so everything that went on top would kind of be a little bit more subdued. I kept the eyelid a little bit bare so that when I put on the sparkly shade, it wouldn't actually have a lot of depth. I just wanted to keep it very, very light. And I think it creates a beautiful summer peachy look. Like, it's really elegant and very pretty. If you're looking for something that has a real beautiful warmth to it, I think this is a fantastic quad. Don't be scared of the orange here. You can use as little as or as much as you want, but you can see, especially with blue eyes, it's really gonna make blue stand out because it's a contrasting color. So I think it's stunning. I've used all the new Saint Laurent quads now, and I have to say the formula, although maybe it has changed, seems as good as it was before. They blend beautifully. They stay on, they don't settle into lines. There's no, I mean, I can't find any fault with them. They're very elegant. They're not overly saturated. They're not too powdery or too creamy. You don't get tons of fallout. They're just a really good combination of shades and formulas in the new Couture quads. So I would highly recommend. Two things I do not have on my face that I have in front of me. Well, three things. One is the Dior Contour Stick. So I have this Dior Contour Stick in tan. I am picking up the light. I wanted to show it to you, putting it on live, if you will. Now, this shade is the second shade. This is, like I said, tan. This is not a contour shade on me. This is a bronzer shade on me because it is too deep to be a contour shade. I mean, too warm to be a contour shade on me. I think on a lot of people, though, it will work as a bronzer because although it has warmth to it, when you blend it out, you'll see that there's a little bit of coolness. It's interesting. It's a really good shade. When I first saw it, I was like, oh no, this is not going to work at all. But actually, I really like the formula. It sticks. So you put it on and put it into your skin and this stuff stays. Like on the days that I've had this on my face and it's been really humid, I've noticed that it has stayed, whereas like the powder or foundation or anything that I have liquid underneath it kind of starts to fade a little bit more or drip, depending on how hot it is. It's like melty. Now, if you left it out in the sun, this thing is gonna melt. But on your skin, it's gonna sort of melt into your skin and sort of stick, if that makes any sense. It's a creamy texture, and it feels like silky. But once you put it into your skin, it sort of sinks in, and then it just sort of sticks. I'm not exactly sure how it works, But I have to say, like, you'll notice it starts to sink in. It doesn't look as deep. And it just stays, like, for the rest of the day. I don't have any problems. It dries down. It's not like the Chanel Bomb Essential. This is the new one that I picked up as part of the set. I still don't like these. They just don't settle into my skin for some reason. They stay sticky. I don't know why. But anyway, yeah, the Dior Contour sticks are really good. I'll be trying the Dior foundation stick as well. And we'll let you know how that works. But the Dior Contour stick is absolutely worth it. If you like stick product, if you like cream product, it's out of this world. This is the liner from the takeaway set, the pink one. And I've been playing around with it. I don't like it on my eyes, but on your lips, I think it might actually work. So let me show you what I mean. So if you have it and you're not wearing it on your eyes, on your lips, it actually looks quite nice. You know, I don't like it by itself because it's a little too drying for me because it dries down because it's a liquid liner. But if you put it on with a lipstick, I think it's actually a very pretty color. Again, it's this sort of bright pink, almost like a hot pink. So on your lips, it looks really pretty. On my eyes, it's just a little too pink for me, just personally. And last but not least, Prada. This is the Prada powder. This is going to be available at Sephora. This video goes up on Saturday, so it'll be available Monday on the app and then Tuesday, I think, to everybody. And I really like this powder. I think this powder is extremely good. I like to press it in because I feel like I get the most control that way. But you could also use a brush and just put it all over your face. So I'm going to take a fluffy brush and do just that so you can see what it looks like. Now this is a setting powder. So, I mean, you know, the way I think of a setting powder, I use a puff. But again, you can use makeup any way you want to. I just use liner as lipstick. So, but the thing about this powder is that it's very light. It doesn't feel like much. It feels beautiful going on. It's not irritating like some powders are, you know, they feel like there's weight on your skin. And it does combat redness. So if you use it, and again, all I have on today is the Charlotte Tilbury glow tint in certain areas, and then the Lisa Eldridge over that. This is a skin tint. I don't have on heavy foundation. The powder sits beautifully on the skin. It doesn't, you know, settle into lines. It doesn't go into like pores. It just looks pretty. It just looks fabulous. And then if you want to, now like again, if you have more oily skin or if you want to be more deliberate in where you're putting it, you know, put it on a puff. And it's going to reduce redness on your face. So I really like this powder. I don't know if I'd say I like it as much as the Solar Glow, because the Solar Glow I think works for pretty much anyone. This one, because of the green nature of it, I don't know how it's going to work. I don't know how it's going to work on a deeper skin tone, and I don't know how it's going to work if you already have yellow or green undertones in your skin. I would think, just thinking color theory, it's going to work better on people who have more peach or more redness in their skin and want to tone that down. Again, I'd have to see it in action in person to prove that, but that would make sense to me. But you can see the green absolutely does cancel out the pink and the red in the skin, in my skin. So if you have that, like especially I get it like around my nose especially, this is a great corrector for that. I have a green corrector from like Chanel that works really, really well. It's cream. So this powder is that same type of idea, but you can use it all over the face. It's not so green that you're going to end up looking greenish. It doesn't, my skin doesn't suddenly look green. It just has the ability to cancel out the pink and the red in the skin. So it evens it out. But again, if you already have the greenish or yellowish undertones, this may not be flattering. So that's another thing that I want to caution you guys. You want to try it when it's in stores. So that is my update. That is where I am. I will be getting more things in new, and there's a lot of other videos on their way. So let me know what you're looking to see. If you have any questions about anything that I used today, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you in another video really soon. Bye.